Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. You know what this means, right? This means that it's time to spend the whole day drinking up a storm. But make sure you don't get too drunk or else you miss out on the alien invasion that's happening right now. Hey everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to my in-theater movie reviews. But before I get into this, I would like to tell you guys about some of the changes I made to this series. So one of the major changes I made to this series is that I will be reviewing streaming movies into this series, like movies from Netflix and Hulu. And I asked you guys a few weeks ago if I should start reviewing movies that are available on Netflix or Hulu or other streaming services, and most of you guys said yes, I should start doing that. So the first movie that I will be reviewing for a streaming service is a Hulu movie called Crawlers. And before I get into my thoughts about this movie, here are a few words from the channel. Hey guys, if you want to check out more content from this channel, then tune in every Sunday and Monday for new videos. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that means that there was a bit of movie and TV news that I wanted to talk about, so those will be considered special videos. And if you want to chat with me on social media or see when new videos are being released, then follow me through Twitter and Facebook. And also, please feel free to join the new Facebook group, Rabbitearsblog Reviews 2.0, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and video games with other fans of the genres. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So Crawlers starts off with a group of college kids celebrating St. Patrick's Day by getting drunk, and we are introduced to one of our main protagonists, Shauna, who's trying to tell everybody that alien invasion is happening, but nobody believes her. But during that night, Shauna ends up meeting up with a girl named Misty who tells her that her best friend Chloe has been kidnapped by these guys. And so Shauna goes off with Misty to try to rescue Chloe from the guys. But it turns out that the guys that Misty thought had kidnapped Chloe are not who they seem, as they were actually aliens in disguise. And now Shauna, Misty, and Aaron have to go out of their way to stop this alien plot while trying to rescue Chloe at the same time. Now I know it's not really St. Patrick's Day, but I really wanted to review this movie because it seemed interesting to me. But here are my thoughts about this movie. I thought this movie was really interesting. Like, it's another one of those movies that's kind of ridiculous, especially with the plot and the characters, but it's one that I really enjoyed watching because it was fun, and I liked the different take it had on some of the aliens being featured in this movie. And I also like the fact that this movie takes place on St. Patrick's Day, because you rarely see a lot of movies that takes place on St. Patrick's Day, especially a horror movie that takes place on St. Patrick's Day. Like, I think the only horror movie I've seen that actually has anything to do with St. Patrick's Day was the Leprechaun movies. And I thought those were pretty interesting for the most part, or at least the first few movies I've seen anyway. But anyway, I do like how this film took place on St. Patrick's Day and has these aliens actually taking over all of these people's bodies, and the main characters are trying to figure out a way to stop this alien invasion from happening and rescue one of their friends. So I do like that plot story. And I like the fact that this story pretty much just dives straight into the alien invasion plot without really having any other plot lines be in the way of confusing the story. So I like that this is a straight up story about the alien invasion plot, and the main characters are trying to find a way to stop the alien plot while rescuing Chloe at the same time. I was also interested in some of the characters. Like, I think the three main characters, Shauna, Misty, and Aaron, were the most interesting characters to me in this movie. Like, I like Shauna's character because she believes in aliens, and she's always making up these conspiracies about what is happening on Earth. And I do like the fact that you have a character who believes in aliens and is trying her hardest to try to rescue the people, even though a lot of people don't believe her. And then I found Misty to be a very interesting character because it seems like she has a very important character arc in this film, which she figures out the true meaning of friendship and what true friends are all about. Like, she tries spending the whole film rescuing her friend Chloe, despite the fact that the movie started off with her and Chloe having a fallout. So we get to see how Misty starts realizing who her true friends are, and I like seeing that character arc for her. And then Aaron was another interesting character. Even though we don't see much from him, I like the fact that he tries to turn his whole bad reputation on his head. Like, he got in a bad reputation for having sex with a lot of women or taking advantage of them, but it turns out that he's not that type of guy, and he was just hanging out with a bad crowd. And I like how the movie actually acknowledges that because he hang out with the bad crowd, he immediately gets labeled as the bad guy. So I like how the movie was able to go through that. Now, here are some problems that I did have with the movie. One of the problems that I had with this movie is that I felt like the characters were very flat. Like, there's not much we know about these characters, and it felt like they were just thrown into this movie just because this is a sci-fi horror movie. Let's just have all these characters be in there and not do much with them. Although we do get a bit of insight with characters like Misty and Shauna and Aaron, I felt like it still wasn't enough to really get to know the nitty-gritty of these characters. So I wish that this film had actually developed their characters a little better and didn't just throw them into the movie just because it's a sci-fi horror movie. Another problem that I had with this movie is that I didn't like the fact that they didn't really show the aliens for what they really look like. It just basically shows the victims being affected, like they have their glowing green eyes, and that's all we know about the aliens, is that they have glowing green eyes whenever they affect their victims, and that's all we see of them. So we never really seen the aliens themselves, and I usually don't like it when movies feature a monster character but they don't really show the monster character or what they really look like, so that kind of disappointed me a bit with this movie. So overall, I enjoyed the movie Crawlers, even though it wasn't as good as, say, The Babysitter or The Body, but I still had a fun time with this movie. I like the fact that this movie took place on St. Patrick's Day, since a lot of movies don't do that, and that made this movie very unique to me. And if you like movies that deal with alien invasions or just seeing teenagers try to fight off alien invaders, then yeah, I would definitely recommend you check out this movie, just for the fun of it. Now, the rating I'm going to give this movie, because this is available on streaming services rather than in theaters, instead of me saying buy it, don't buy it, and stuff like that, I'm going to be saying watch it, don't watch it, or skim it. So my rating for this movie is a definite watch it. It is a fun movie about the alien invasion, and if you like movies like that, you'll definitely enjoy this movie, even if it's not like the strongest movie I ever seen among movies that deal with horror and stuff like that. Well, that's my review on Crawlers, and tell me in the comments down below, have you seen Crawlers? And if you have, did you like this movie or did you hate this movie? And what other movies have you seen that take place on St. Patrick's Day? Please feel free to comment down below. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, like this video? Then please feel free to hit that like button. And also, hit that subscribe button for more content about video games, movies, and TV shows from this channel. And now, let's roll the credits, please.